Welcome everybody, this is Josh from Basement Level Magic. I was going to go ahead and run through some of the Theros and M15 cards that are rotating out that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on as far as their price and whether I want to buy into them here in the next couple of months. We are at the end of Modern season, so you may be able to pick up some of these cards that are rotating as standard at a decent price here in the next couple of months, and these are the ones that I'm really looking at. We'll start off with the temples. A lot of these temples are not seeing a lot of modern play at this time, but as you can see, some of them peaked as high as $10 or more, with Temple of Epiphany and Temple of Malady being the ones that saw the most increase in play. You had your red and blue as well as your green and red. Currently, you're looking about $1 to $5 each for this. I think I'd probably wait until they get under $3 minimum. Some of them are already under $1. They'll work for commander, casual play, and there's an outside chance that you'll see some modern play with some of these cards. I would probably prioritize the blue temples the most, including like a Temple of Epiphany and Temple of Enlightenment, even Temple of Deceit, which is a blue-black one. But outside of that, I don't know that you're going to get a ton of play in modern with these. Number 9, Corsair of Crewfix. This card was a powerhouse in standard. It saw its price go actually up above $15 and hold for a while between the M15 and Cons of Tarkir release. It was a key member of the Obzon mid-range for quite a while that ruined standard for me, at least. I was not playing Obzon, obviously. It does need to find a deck in Modern. Right now it's not consistently used. You do see it in some of the Scape Shift decks as well as some life gain style decks that run a Thrag Tusk and look to do some kind of ramp, but it's not consistently used right now. It is going for about $4, and I'm hoping that it'll go down about half that price here over the fall and winter, and I'll keep a close eye on that. Number 8, got two of your odd lands that saw a lot of play here in the last few months. Herborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth saw a lot of play in Obzon and blue-black control decks. It's currently about $8, and its high was just over $10. This is a repeat or a reprint, so there are a number of these out there, but it's definitely a very usable card. It should probably fall to $4 to $5, I was hoping. It does see some modern play in Obzon, so keep an eye out for that one, as well as Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. It's a lot of play in Standard, especially in your monocolor Devotion and red-green. Currently it's about $5. It did have some spikes where it went up to about $15. I don't see it going that high right now, but it does see some modern play in Elves decks. There's a couple different variety of Elves deck that play this, and I would watch for it to fall closer to the $3 range where I would look to pick some up. Court of Colin is my number 7 pick. This is a card that actually started over $10 when it was first released and didn't see a lot of play. It fell actually under $4 for a while there. It is now increased up to $6 over the summer, and it's sitting at $8.50 right now, so it's actually seeing quite a bit of modern play, more modern play than it did in standard. It's being played in Obzon Company, Elves deck, and Kiki Chord combo. None of these are the most popular of decks in modern, but anytime you can get a card that's seeing play in multiple modern decks, that's definitely something you want to watch out for. There is a Ravnica printing of this card that has not actually been below $10 since the winter of 2012. Now, of course, it may go down more since there has been a reprinting of it, and I'd be looking to be a buyer of it around the $5 to $6 range. My number 6 pick is probably a little surprise, Mana Confluence. It's a card that was great throughout Standard. It made it really easy to splash for multiple colors. You could do a 2 to even 5 color deck, and its highest price was actually around $20. It's currently at its all-time low price point, which is about $7. It should continue to drop after rotation because right now it's not seeing modern play or or Legacy. It could possibly be used as a alternate for City of Brass in more of your Legacy style decks, but for some reason it is not being seen in Modern yet. It definitely does hurt you a bit to use, but it also allows you to be a little bit greedy with your mana base, which is kind of the name of the game in Modern. I would definitely be a buyer at the $4 to $5 range. I think there's a very good chance that it does see Eternal play here. At the minimum, it should see a decent amount of Commander play as well as casual play. Number 5, we have Karanos, God of Storms. He has actually become the god of Modern control lately. He started around $20 and fell quickly to less than $10, and he actually got as low as $6 each, which is something you are probably surprised by when you look at him right now. He has found a home in Modern control decks, even though he hasn't really found a home in Standard throughout his time. It's kind of a surprise to me because he is a super powerful card. It's just blue-red has not been the most powerful control style deck in Standard for the last couple of years. It did stabilize recently to about $9 to $10, and it's kind of leveled off. I would watch to see if he might fall a couple dollars lower to maybe the $6 to $7 range, and I'd be looking to pick up a couple of Karanos. He's currently seeing play in all blue-red based control decks in Modern and Legacy. He is showing up in Legacy and Vintage in limited numbers. For the most part, he is seen in the sideboard, and he's generally not more than a 2 of. He is kind of a high mana cost, but he is a very powerful card in all of those decks. Our number 4 pick, we have Sliver Hive and Sliver Hive Lord. Now these cards, they are casual favorites. Lots of people love slivers. They're, in spite of no standard play being seen with these cards, they have held their prices. The Hive Lord is looking at about $9, and the Sliver Hive is around $4. It's actually starting to see Modern play. Recently, a person made it to the top 8 with a Slivers deck in Modern. Kind of a surprise for everybody, but did bring it back on the map and reminded everybody that these cards are very powerful if you can make the synergy work. It's definitely a kitchen table favorite and Commander gems. Number 3, Master of Waves. This is a card that made waves in Mono Blue Devotion before Khans of Tarkir. It's seen very minimal play since then. There just hasn't been enough Blue Devotion pips out there to make it worthwhile to do a full Blue Devotion style deck. It actually got up to be over $20 during its heyday. It's currently about $4 right now, though. It is seen play in Modern Merfolk, and that's as a 4 of in most decks. Merfolk is actually becoming a very consistent deck in Modern, and it's on the rise with the addition of Master Waves and Harbinger of the Tides. This is a deck that I would definitely watch for, and I actually saw Paul Rietzel playing Merfolk just a couple weeks ago at a GP. It is a legit deck, and Master of Waves is a way that you can really take over a board. I'd really try to get into these around the $2 to $3 range. Or if you can try to get into foils, obviously that's going to be the way that you want to. At number 2, we have Eidolon of the Great Revel. This card did see a decent amount of play in mono red decks in Standard, but really where it's been powerful is in Modern. It has been a part of the reason why the Modern Burn deck has become a tier 1 deck. It's just steadily climbed up in price since Fate Reforged was released. It's gone from about $5 to $10 now, and it's about $18 on MTGO. This is a very popular deck with new players. Burn is an easy way for new players to get into the format. If you ever really want to be looking to play red in Modern, you should probably look to pick up a playset of these. I don't see them falling too much, but you can definitely try to wait here till maybe about December or January, but I would try to make sure to pick them up before the Modern season starts again. Some of the honorable mentions that we have include Brimaz. He is the big cat. He never found a the greatest of home in standard, but he's still sitting about $8.50. He doesn't currently have a modern deck where he sees play, but he could easily be seen in commander decks, tiny leaders, casual, and I feel like he's just too powerful not to see some sort of modern play. Hornet Queen is another one. It's sitting about $1 right now. It does see some play in the sideboard of Amulet Bloom. It could also be seen in a commander style deck, casual decks. Very powerful card in any ramp deck. Goblin Rabblemaster is sitting about $5 right now. It doesn't have a home in modern yet, but if they keep printing goblins, you have to think that eventually there's going to be a goblin modern deck that is very playable, and Goblin Rabblemaster is just a very powerful card if somebody does not kill it right away. Sylvan Caryatid is about $2 right now. It did see a price go up above $15 during its standard play. Having a hexproof ramp creature is very powerful, as well as it stops a lot of your early drops that you see in Modern and Legacy right now. It's hard to kill, and it's a good way for you to scoop up increase your ramp. Ashiok is sitting just under $7 right now. He is occasionally played in sideboard of Grixis and Grixis twin decks. He is an easy way to try to take out other players' creatures and even try to mill them if you're looking to do that. It's a very, very cheap planeswalker, as in 3 converted mana cost, which always has a potential of taking over a game. Obelisk of Erd is sitting about $3 to $4 right now. It's a good card for casual play and commander play. You could also be looking at a possible allies or goblins deck, depending on how allies come out in Battle for Zendikar. So it could see a little bit of modern play, but right now it is not. Stormbreath Dragon is sitting about $3.50. It actually does see a little bit of modern play in a Scred Red or Mono Red control style of deck. It's actually a very resilient creature to most removal in the format. When you've got Path to Exile, Lightning Bolt, and Abrupt Decay being some of your main removal in Modern, Stormbreath Dragon actually lives through all of it. So it's definitely a good card to possibly keep in mind for any Modern deck where you want to go with a larger red deck. Hero's Downfall is about $2.50 right now. It's just a great all-around removal, able to take care of any creature or planeswalker, and it's good for casual. It's not currently seeing modern play, but it's definitely something to keep your eye open for. And then I think the card that almost made the top 10 the most is Anger of the Gods, and it could easily have been up there. Right now it's sitting about $3 a piece, and it's actually in a lot of your red-based control decks in the sideboard. You're seeing it as a 2 to 3 of in many of them, including Jund, Twins, Scapeshift, and Grixis. So it's seeing play in a lot of different decks right now. And then our number one card is Thoughtseize. Of course, Thoughtseize, it's kind of ruined the day of many standard players, including myself. I wasn't playing a lot of black during this standard season, and kind of wish I was, just because of Thoughtseize. It's a modern staple in any deck playing black. The price range has been steady throughout. I don't think it's dropped below $15 since it was released, and its high is somewhere around $24 or $25. It should be a very stable investment if you do look to buy a playset of these. You're not really going to lose much money, if at all. It'll see eternal play until it's banned. It's just 1 mana, take your best card, go ahead. It sees modern play in Abzan, Jund, Grixis, and even Affinity. Any deck that's playing black is looking to play this card. If it ever reaches $15, I'm going to go all in on it. I do think that there's no way that it can drop below that. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this one, and I'm definitely going to try to get a few of these just for my trade binder as well as for my personal use. Thank you everyone for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments, please feel free to go ahead and leave them below. Once again, this is Josh from Basement Level Magic. If you have any questions, comments, problems, let us know, please. We are a new channel and we're trying to get better with each day. Thank you for watching.